Hey, welcome back to my channel. So glad that you've joined us. Today I'm going to be doing another bake for you, a series of bakes actually, in the Ninja Foodie right back here, and I'm excited to share this with you. Now, I've been watching YouTube just like you, and I have seen a trend going on of making food items using the Pillsbury Crescent Rolls. And these are a great dough. They rise nicely, they crisp beautifully, they make great little muffins or bread rolls for your dinners. But they're so versatile. I mean, we all remember pigs in a blanket growing up, right? So let's try some other more elevated things to use them with as well. The thing is these people that are making them all over the YouTube are doing it in their full-size ovens. And I thought, you know what? This is a perfect use for the Ninja Foodie. So stick around and watch what we're going to make. The first thing that we're going to make is a taco ring. Now again, you can go and watch this made from other content creators, but I want to show you its use in the Ninja Foodie. I'll probably add my own little extras because I like to do hacks on recipes and not just give you the exact same recipe somebody else did. So we're going to be using this pizza pan. We make toffee on this, we bake pizzas, we do different things on this. It's a perfectly useful pan, and it fits wonderfully inside the Ninja oven. And we're going to be making this taco ring casserole, taco ring bake. I don't know what name it is, who cares? Just make it and eat it and enjoy it. It's gonna be really great. Here are the ingredients. We're gonna use cheese, some onions, I'm using red peppers, cumin, hamburger, garlic, salt, and pepper, and that's it. All right, the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to soften the onions and soften the bell peppers a little bit. I'm using the dried onions, and so I put a little bit of water in here and to soften them up. And now I'm adding the meat. Of course, you could use taco seasoning mix, but we have people in our house that are trying to do lower salt, and so I'm just using my own spices, adding the cumin, adding a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and the onion, garlic, and bell pepper, and that makes just a really nice flavor. And here I'm grilling up the meat until it's well done, and then next we're going to add it into the dough. All right, we open up the dough packets. We could use the triangles that are already established. We're using 2 containers, and I'm laying them around the pan, creating this sort of sun pattern. Then I'm going to add the meat into the center after adding the cheese to that meat so that it all bakes up nicely. Close up the ring, and there we go. We want to put it in the oven, set it for 375 for about 23 minutes or so. And you're going to see that I had a little bit of a problem. I set the tray on the middle slide, realized that it was browning too fast, and lowered the tray so that the bottom would have time to cook properly. Make sure that you do that. Look how beautiful it is. The dough is cooked beautifully, browned, and it's nice and cooked on the bottom. Okay, let's give this a try. Yeah, that's really good. And the bread cooked just fine. It's nice and crispy, flaky. The meat, cheesy, very good. Again, you can do any number of hacks with it. You know, most people use the taco spice packets. I think that's what most of the videos show. As I said already, we're trying to reduce salt, and so we wanted to just use our own flavors. And why not make it more clean food? I mean, obviously it's processed pastry dough, but at least the contents, I know all the ingredients and nothing hidden in there, and so it's really good. Yeah, that's a winner. For this crescent roll recipe, we're going to make some appetizers in this small muffin tin. And so it has the crescent rolls, of course, some brie, and some fig butter or fig jam. You can make it with any other sort of jam. I've made it with my cranberry sauce. You can make it with apricot or raspberry or strawberry jam or a marmalade. Anything you think that would pair well with the brie that you just enjoy. Oh, and I don't have it showing here, but there's also going to be some chopped pecans. Okay, the pecans have been added into the recipe mix there, but of course you could use chopped walnuts as well. Walnuts and brie go phenomenally well, but I'm choosing to use the pecans. All right, first thing we want to do is to roll out our crescent roll dough, and we have 12 little cups here. This is perfect size for the Ninja. That's why I'm showing you this, is I have this small tray and it is wonderful size for fitting in the small size of the oven and allows really fresh hot appetizers. And so I wanted to show this to you. We want to create good sized squares to fit into each one. So let's go ahead and portion this up. We're just going to ignore the pre-cut lines. Well, I had myself a little bit of a brain cramp, but not a big deal. I just started cutting and I only had 8. And obviously I have 12 trays and we are going to use all of the dough. I'm going to merge some of these and that's perfectly fine, and I'm going to reshape them and stretch them so that they will fit in the trays nicely. We're going to fill these little trays up here, and it's okay if you've got some over at the top there. That'll create nice points that are a little crispier. That will be good. Go ahead and fill your cups with your dough. I have prepared this by spraying a little bit of baking spray in there. All right, there is nothing pretty about this. Does it need to be? The dough is going to rise and create its own little shapes, and that's all perfectly fine. Now let's prepare the fillings. I have some beautiful brie here. All right, just take that and you can wad it up and stick it in the center. That's the cool thing about brie, is that it's so flexible. Just put that in there. Okay, let's continue with the next part of our filling, and that's going to be our jam. And again, this you can change up to whatever type of complement to the brie you would like. But go ahead and put, you know, a little spoon in there. It will melt and drip around the brie, and it will be just wonderful. These are quick and easy. You could make these just for any meal you want, something a little special or a nice snack, obviously for a party. And then lastly, we want to top with some nuts, just to give a little texture and crunch after it's cooked. And who doesn't? Oh, well, obviously some people are allergic to nuts, and if you are, don't put them on there. But they are really a wonderful addition if you can eat the nuts. All right, let's pop that into the oven. Okay, I have lowered the shelf again to the bottom layer, or the bottom slider for the rack. And the reason for that is because I don't want these tips of the dough to burn before the bottom gets cooked. Nobody likes raw bread dough. Not very attractive tasting at all. So go ahead and put that in there, close it up. We're going to select the bake mode Temperature is 375. The time is going to be, I think 12 minutes is not going to cook the bottom, even though that's the amount of time on the package for crescent rolls. We're going to add just an extra minute and we're going to watch. And then press start. And we're off. We'll come back in a few moments and pull them out of the oven and give them a taste. All right, they're done. Let's pull them out. Oh, they look beautiful. Take a second pot holder. Doesn't that look great? We're going to let those rest just for a moment so that they kind of congeal and become formed as the cheese thickens up just a little bit, and then we'll pull them out, put them on display, and test them. All right, let's take these out of the tray. They've had to rest, and because of the fact that they've gone over the edge, we're probably going to sacrifice one trying to get it out, and that's okay because you're probably going to want to sample it. Let's see if I can get it out without any issues, and sure enough, I can, but then that allows me to have this as a thumb hole. So look at that, I didn't have to sacrifice one at all. Let's go ahead and pull these out. All right. Look at that. Don't those look great? So the bottoms are browned, and that's good. Let's pop one open. The cheese is melty. The bread is doughy and completely cooked. That's perfect. I'm going to try one of those right now. Okay, let's taste these. I love brie, and warm brie is even better. Yeah, that's really, really good. That will be a hit when you serve that at a party or to your family. Super good. Now, just an explanation of a couple things. One is I ended up using a fig butter instead of a fig jam. It doesn't melt and flow as much because there's less sugar in it. It's much more of a thicker paste. You can buy the fig jams, and that would probably pour over the brie a little bit better. If I was to do this again, I probably wouldn't use quite as much of the pastry in each of the cup because these are very small cups, and you could make more of them by not using as much of the dough. It filled in and kind of pushed some of the brie out, as you saw along the edges. Perfectly fine though. Do it whatever you want, spread it out, kind of make them bite-sized. They're really good. Other than that, nothing needs to be changed. Just enjoy them. Now on to the third bake. We're making a sandwich style, and I'm using a brownie pan that's linked in our Amazon affiliate store. We're going to layer the bottom after pre-treating with bake spray. We're putting a layer of the dough on the bottom, then some meat and cheese. I'm using a cranberry sauce that I made this season, had some left, and then putting shredded Gruyere cheese. We're putting it in the oven, and again the rack is on the lower tray area so that the bottom will cook more evenly and the top not burn. We set it at 375 for 12 minutes. And it's done, and it's beautiful golden. Portion it up. The bottom is nice and cooked well, and it tastes so good. Well, there you have it. We have this sandwich sort of Pillsbury crescent roll sort of thing. I originally wanted to make ham, brie, and cranberry sauce, and then I realized I was using the brie and cranberry sauce in other things, and so I pulled back and thought of different ideas. There are so many combinations, just like there are in regular sandwiches, to have a baked sandwich. I can imagine roast beef and horseradish and bacon, onion jams. You can buy those now, onion jams, with a fantastic cheese. Let's say well, frankly, a cheddar with the horseradish and the beef and the onion jam. That would be good. There's endless possibilities of meat, cheeses, and flavorings that you could put together in creating that. a nice hot sort of slider-like sandwich. Very simple and easy to do. And it's easier, frankly, than a grilled sandwich, because the grilled sandwiches, you have to butter or mayonnaise the sides and flip them and all that stuff. You just bake this. It's really easy. So give that a shot. All right, I know I'm going to get this question. Why are you wearing a Starbucks apron? I never worked for Starbucks, but on my 50th birthday, I was one of those customers. I'm very engaged with the staff and the team that worked there, and went there nearly every day to this particular location in my old town in California, and loved them. For 20 years, I went there, nearly every day, and just fell in love with them. They were such great people. And on my 50th birthday, they gave me this as a gift and some pins and just different things, and celebrated my birthday with me. I thought that was really sweet. And then a few years later, they gave me a red apron as well. So I'm just a super nerd, and I'm wearing it while I'm cooking. Hey, thank you for watching this video on the Pillsbury Crescent Rolls, some different recipes that you can make in the Ninja Foodi oven. I think that that's a fantastic way to use the Pillsbury Crescents. And of course, the point of my channel isn't to give you a bunch of cooking recipes and such, but to show you that this oven is so versatile. It's more than a toaster. It's more than an air fryer. Frankly, it's more than an oven. But I think that the oven is the easiest way to get yourself using it more, to think of it as an oven replacement, certainly for smaller portions or side dishes. And so to give you some ways, oh yeah, we totally could do that, is I think my purpose in presenting this video to you right now. So give those things a try. Try other things. I see sometimes in the comments people a little nervous about using it. Don't be nervous. It's so easy. It's so good. Again, we use it multiple times every single day since we bought it. It is a regular part of our life, and that's why it's on the counter. And nothing else is, except for our coffee machines. So please enjoy it. Would you go ahead and like and subscribe and watch all the other Ninja Foodi videos that we've made so that you can begin to really incorporate this oven in your life. I'm not sponsored by Ninja. I wish I was. I'm not sponsored by them. I just like it, and I like bringing you content on YouTube, and so that's why I'm bringing it to you today. So thank you for watching. Be good to others. Bye-bye.